Is it just me, or has mainstream media not said a word about the genocide going on in China? A news channel here in the Netherlands has made a video on it, saying that no other countries including our own are really doing something against it because we all want China's trade. Good video, but the situation is very, very bad. Just to steer you a bit, because some people aren't radio and podcast obsessed like I am. NPR has covered China extensively the last few months, including the Uyghur camps and the rise of the country's electronic surveillance. It was horrifying and compelling reporting. I'm in the UK and it's been on the news for the last few days because the government have decided to impose sanctions for it. Not a lot has really happened since the initial leaks. Occasionally news about US-Chinese tensions roll through, but that's it. I've seen the story around the camps reported in quite a few major news outlets. I don't watch TV, but I have read articles on it. I think one of the issues right now is that it's a controversial topic, and as reporters aren't allowed to investigate the area. So it's very difficult to say if genocide is actually going on or if those are just rumors. What we do know for certain is that there are re-education camps set up to convert the Muslim population to develop a more pro-China mentality and identity. What we do know is that people in these camps are being mistreated and likely abused in many ways. We know that they don't have a choice to be there. We know that there is something bad looming there. But we don't have enough evidence to say under certain terms what is going on exactly. Every time they've let Western reporters in, they've put on a big show and had the attendees of the re-education camp claim on TV that they're here out of their free will, and they've only shown a polished side of the camps, with attendees doing arts, dancing and fun, recreational activities. We know that that isn't the true story of what's going on there. But it's dangerous for a reporter to use words like genocide without serious definitive proof of it happening. It has been reported multiple times. I believe there isn't much more to report. China keeps that information heavily locked down. News correspondents would just disappear if they even asked while in China. If they get new info, they will report it because it would get views. Very recently, the EU called China out on the problem and blacklisted a few Chinese officials that are close to the issue from the EU. In response, China blacklisted 10 of the higher-up people in the EU who were a part of that decision. From China. French TV talked about it. Everyone keeps buying Chinese products and no government will do anything about it. Economics rule the world, not empathy. It's because China has a weird influence and mainstream media and American culture in general tbh. Look at TikTok, the NBA, even Reddit if you really want to get down to it. China is also super racist towards black people. Much more than America. But we hear nothing about it. I feel like an asshole because my first reaction is, which people are they massacring today? Quote. I think that's the problem honestly, even if mainstream media tells me China is up to some heinous shit. My eyes gloss over because it seems like China is always up to heinous shit. Free the Muslims. Pretty sure someone went on TV and called it cultural differences. Well, I heard John Oliver talk about it, but not often on the news. The West has developed too much of a dependence on the Chinese businesses, oligarchs and overlords to dare question the CCP's crimes against humanity. It was in the news, but it has faded out. It is no longer interesting to the Western audience or the broadcasters. The propaganda news media is owned by only 6 corporations, so you're limited to what you're going to hear about. I don't buy the cult Falun Gong's narrative. They make up shit. Radio Free Asia and the CIA probably aren't remotely trustworthy sources about what's going on in China. All of this to me seems like they're firing up the machine again to manufacture consent for a war with China. At the very least posturing that's reminiscent of the Cold War. Giving people Mandarin classes and conducting counterterrorism operations, which are necessary there. Was anyone else surprised by how many people in ISIS were of Asian descent? Do not make a genocide. Why is it only countries that are under American hegemony who have anything negative to say about it? Muslim countries have never had a problem speaking out against their treatment by or in America. Why don't they seem to have anything negative to say about Xinjiang? You are either detached from reality or you don't read news at all. That allegation is all over the media. From BBC to RT. From CNN to Fox. Even on Al-Jazeera. The stories rage from the factual ones. Like, there are concentration camps in Xinjiang. To semi-truths like, Uyghurs are not allowed to speak Uyghur. To the complete lies such as, half of the population of Xinjiang are currently incarcerated. The main proponent of the allegations is Adrian Zenz, a scholar with questionable reliabilities. Read these stories very carefully. I'm in Germany and we hear pretty much about it. We even have a satirical show which exposed the German companies taking advantage of slave labor of Uyghurs. Well, the stock market certainly is.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.